primary ignition.
Welcome to Unlimited Power. My name is D-Rod, and thank you so much for watching one of my pre-release guides for Star Wars Unlimited's newest set, Legends of the Force. Now, in this guide, we're going to be focusing on the leader and their unique ability and commons and uncommons found within the set that work well with this leader. Yes, there's probably a rare or legendary or two that also pair well with your leader, but because you're limited on the amount of packs that you're opening, we're going to be focusing on the cards that you're going to have more access to within your card pool. And don't forget to enter my Guess the Showcase giveaway that we're going to be running, where you can win a custom merch bundle that includes dice, tokens, and token holders. All you have to do is guess which showcase leader I'm going to pull from the Carbonite case live on July 5th on stream. There's a link in the description below with more details on how you can sign up. Because we're likely to pull more than one type of showcase, there can be multiple winners. With that said, let's go ahead and look at this Legends of the Force leader. Kylo Ren is making his second appearance as a leader within Star Wars Unlimited, and this time as a Vigilance leader. As an action, you can exhaust him to discard a card from your hand, and if you discarded an upgrade this way, draw a card. As an epic action, if you control 7 or more resources, you may deploy Kylo Ren. You can do this as early as turn 6. And they are a 5/5 with Sentinel, and when they are deployed, you may play any number of upgrades from your discard pile on this unit. You have to do this one at a time, and you have to pay the cost of each upgrade. So right from the beginning, Kylo is a little bit difficult to pilot. You're losing cards from your hand, you're throwing upgrades from your discard pile, and he takes a while to get on the board. How can you make this work in sealed is the real question, and should you? Should you is really going to be up to the amount of cards you have and the other leaders there, and what kind of experience you want to have at the event. If you're a big Kylo fan, let's start there and see if we can make that work for you, right? So what are some of the key card abilities you should be looking for? Obviously, we're going to be looking for upgrades, and we see that represented here with the Corrupted Saber. A 2-cost upgrade in the cunning aspect here. It's a solid choice. It's a common. You should see a few of these. It's cheap to put onto Kylo once you deploy him, and it essentially is going to ensure Kylo can stay alive a little bit longer when he attacks, because the defender takes a negative attacking bonus when Kylo hits them. Another card to consider is Captain Enoch, a rare command unit out of this set that says this unit gets +1 for each trooper unit in the discard pile. If you can draft a lot of troopers and be okay with discarding them every turn, you won't be drawing, you'll just be discarding, then you can have a strong Captain Enoch who continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. He only has 5 health, but you may be able to take advantage of that in some way. Then you have the Heirloom lightsaber, another upgrade, but this time it's a heroic aspect. And with that being said, I would say, it's okay to look at some cards out of your aspect if you're going to be using them to draw or, possibly play. Heirloom lightsaber is a decent common, so you may find 1 or 2 of them, and maybe you don't attach them to Kylo, but you never know until you deploy Kylo if you have the resources for it. With 7 resources available to you by the time you deploy, it's possible you can put up to 3 upgrades on a unit, or 2 if they're out of aspect. In the Vigilance aspect, Luthen Rael is going to be your best friend here. He's a 4-cost ground unit that says, on attack, search the top 5 cards of your deck for an item upgrade, reveal it, and draw it. So not only do you get to take a card out of your deck that you need, you can use that same card and discard and draw again. You can essentially go through 2 cards every turn if you have enough items in your deck. Then you have the Shatter Point. Since Kylo Ren doesn't need to use the Force to use his ability, you can use the Force for other cards like this one. Shatter Point states as an event, you can choose one of these 2 things. You can either defeat a non-leader unit with 3 or less remaining HP, or you can use the Force, and if you do, defeat a non-leader unit, period. Really strong, and that's how you can kind of take advantage of some of these use the Force abilities when you don't have to play a little bit more of the games that other leaders do that require them to have the Force for their own abilities, and you have to just manage a little bit more. Again, it kind of simplifies it. Let's go ahead and look at Cunning. Adaptive Anger here is a 1-cost unit that's a 1/3 that allows you to use the Force to exhaust a unit. Kylo's going to take this game a little bit further than you would like, especially if you want to see him hit the board. So you're going to have to use cards like Sentinels or cards like this one that can essentially exhaust units from hitting you, preventing you from taking too much damage too quick. Balin Skull is a great villainy unit here because it's a 5-cost 5/5 that with hidden, so it can essentially protect itself the first turn it comes out and not be attacked directly. And when played, you may use the Force, and if you do, return a non-leader in the cost 4 or less to its owner's hand, then the owner may play it for free. So you can find other cards that maybe are taking too much damage, like your Sentinel units, bounce them back and put them back on the board. Because you should have the Force token more readily available, you'll have this option presented to you and able to take advantage of it more. In the aggression aspect, we see Jedi in Hiding here. Jedi in Hiding says they are 3-cost 3/3 with hidden, and when defeated, you may use the Force token, and if you do, each opponent discards a card from their hand. It's a good low-cost unit here with a strong when defeated effect. Again, if you end up playing Kylo, you're taking advantage of having the Force token more available than other leaders would. You also have Sorcerer's Blast, which does the same. It takes advantage of the Force token and allows you to do 3 damage to a unit. In the command aspect, Inquisitor's Lightsaber is a great 2-cost upgrade that says while attacking a Force unit, it gets +2/+0, but it also gives you +1/+3. It's a common card, so you should be able to find a few of these. Imagine throwing 3 of these on Kylo Ren and giving him a +6 health stat as a Sentinel leader. Praetorian Guard is pretty solid as well. It doesn't have Sentinel unless you have a unit with 4 or more power. I really like this card because you can kind of time Sentinel when you need it, especially when you are drawing a lot of upgrades. In the villain aspect, of course, you have to play Kylo Ren, a 2-cost overwhelming unit that says when you play an upgrade on him, you may use the Force, and if you do, draw a card. What do you know? Kylo unit that works well with the leader. Another great event, with all this discarding, you will have the ability to bring those cards back. If you can get a few of these uncommons, you can really create a great cycle here of discarding a lightsaber, drawing a card, and then playing Flight of the Inquisitor to bring the lightsaber and a dead Force user back from your discard pile. Pretty solid choice here if you're going to play Kylo Ren. In the non-aspects, we see a Curious Flock. They're a 1-cost 1/1 unit that says when played, you can pay up to 5 resources and put up to 5 experience tokens on this unit. Whatever you pay is how many experience tokens you get, but the limit is 5. You also have the It's Worse event. It is a event that just defeats a non-leader unit. It certainly is expensive, and there are ways of cheapening it, but overall, you are playing Kylo and going to go for a little bit more of a longer match. Without any ways of ramping, cards like this are going to be more playable than they would be for leaders that come out a little bit earlier. So let me know if you end up playing Kylo Ren. Did you grab the right cards? Did you have the perfect amount of upgrades and leaders? Did you hit, essentially the greatest hand you could get? I want to know. What aspect did you play? What was your bomb? How many upgrades did you play? Let me know in the comments below. Good luck at your local pre-release, and may the Force be with you.